What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You are now watching Kinetic Outcome, and we are with Aamir Khan.
Great to be here.
The one who started Chicken in a Sal. So, introduce yourself.
Great. Hi guys, my name is Aamir Khan. I am half Filipino, half Pakistani. I'm born and raised in Hong Kong, and I'm the founder of 𝘾𝙝𝙤 in Asal. The reason why I started this is because amid COVID-19, it was really tough, so I had to start my own business, and Mang Inasal was my inspiration, and that's where I started.
Okay, so let's get a little deeper into that. How did you get here? Like, how did it start? And at the same time, you were doing a full-time job for business development, right?
Yeah.
So just how did you combine that throughout the process?
So I have two jobs right now. So on the left side, I have a full-time job, Monday to Friday. I'm a business development manager for a corporate magazine. And on the right side, I'm organizing and managing Chicken in Asal. So how I started this is because when I got the job working for the magazine, it was in the middle of COVID-19. And things were quite tough that time. You know, I wasn't getting much sales into the company. So that means there isn't enough commission for me. And I thought things couldn't get worse, and suddenly, you know, no pay leave was happening. So I had to come up with ideas. How can I generate money for myself? How can I keep going? A friend of mine recommended Foodpanda actually, and I tried Foodpanda for a couple months. And it was quite fun doing Foodpanda. People think that Foodpanda is like just delivering, but it's a lot more than delivering. Because if you understand and enjoy the process, you see all the back end of how everything's happening, how the deliveries are happening, how the Foodpanda is managing their staff, how they are doing their strategies, and how they execute their system. I studied all of that, and I created an idea of my own. And I said, you know what, I gotta start something on my own. And so I had to think back to the things that I love most in my life. And I remember I love Mang Inasal. I love it so much. I'm always going to the Philippines back in the days just for Mang Inasal for the weekends. And I also remember that when I was working in Cebu Pacific, I was having a lot of conversation with all my passengers. They're mostly OFWs. And they're telling me that, you know, Hong Kong's great and all. You have Jollibee here, we have Filipino restaurants here, we have worldwide. But one thing that's missing is proper inasal. And why not do that? I love Mang Inasal anyway, and they're my target market right now. And so I said, I'm gonna start doing inasal. So, but of course, it has to be baby steps. Nobody knows me yet. And so I was doing everything from home together with my family. And I was letting my connections know that, hey, I'm doing inasal. I want you guys to try it. Let me know what you think. And I started putting it on Facebook. I created a Facebook page for that. And I got a couple of customers coming in and say they want to try. And then the reviews were really good. They kept coming back. And it just started the word of mouth marketing. They told their friends told their friends. And it just got so crazy that it got out of hand. Because, you know, I'm doing everything from home, but the orders were too much that I can't continue doing it at home. So I had to look elsewhere. So this is why I have Sobremesa now, because I know the owner of the restaurant, and I pitched her my idea. I told her that, hey, I started this business, and the sales is going great, and I see a very high potential here. And she just trusted me with everything, and she just said, yeah, no problem. Let's do this. Let's start it right now. And we did. And now I'm about to hit 1 year actually of Chicken in Asal, and things are going great. Actually, I just launched the pork barbecue. It's been received so much good comments. It's actually doing better than Chicken in Asal.
You must try it. I just ate it earlier, so we'll drop by the address later. Yeah, great. Well, now we're already done with that part. So I guess what I'm interested in is to see how you will expand in the next year. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
like what are the growth plans? Like, that's gonna be in the very end. But for the next question, it's based on your experience on what's rewarding and what are the challenges in the process.
Well, you know, this is the real world, and everything has their challenges. When I started, it was tough, honestly. The first challenge I had was getting the taste right. Trust me, I had so much failures and I couldn't get the taste right because I wanted it to be perfect. I'm not gonna give something that I don't, because I love Mang Inasal and I know what I like when I taste Inasal. And I'm not gonna be serving something that I'm not 100% comfortable with. And so we had about a couple of months of testing, and there was so much failures. And finally, I got my testing right, and I'm like, I'm happy. Let's start marketing this, and let's do it. And I thought everything was okay. Yeah, things are gonna go up, but no, I had to hit another struggle because COVID in Hong Kong started getting worse, and I didn't get much customers coming in anymore. Nobody's going out, and this happened for quite a long time. We actually stopped for a couple of weeks, and I felt like, oh, okay, maybe this is not happening. Because it's that early stage of feeling like you started something, but you want to give up because it's not working. I almost fell into that zone, and I had my family pushing me, keep saying, don't give up, don't give up. Actually, my mom was really mad at me. When I told her that I wanted to give up on this, I'll just focus on, on my full-time job, focus on doing something else. And she told me, just keep going, This is the reason why other people fail, Look at all the big people in Philippines with their businesses. You think they didn't give up? I'm sure they had struggles more worse than you. And the key point of being successful is never giving up and understanding there's ups and downs. So that is my early struggle. And my struggle right now is that because Chicken Inasal, our following it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's really hard to manage it between two jobs. So this is my struggle right now. But so far I can still keep up, but I think I'm gonna have to be hiring new people into the business. The benefits though, is really good. Having people love your product and coming back makes you feel so successful. Knowing that you didn't give up on your business when you were about to fall is such a good feeling. And I want to share that with other people, especially the young generation, the ethnic minorities in Hong Kong. I want to share my lesson. I'm not gonna give them like some fancy fairy tale. I'm gonna tell them the real life. Things are gonna be rough, but you gotta wake up. You have to accept this is reality, and never give up. Things are gonna get hard, but you gotta keep going.
I think what you're trying to say there is like, this is reality. This is what you want.
Yeah.
Are you gonna let reality beat it down, or are you gonna keep going?
Yeah.
Because we always go through that process. Especially it gets tough when we try to get realistic. Sorry about the phone in the background. We're gonna cut that for a bit. Okay, we're back online. It's the second take. We made sure the phone so no one can call. So yeah, what do you feel people's approach to the industry that you're in, combining the fact that there was also COVID in the situation? How did you tackle it, and how do you feel that the industry overall tackled it in the past year?
Ever since COVID happened, actually the food and beverage industry, we all developed the same strategies, and that's deliveries. We do in-house deliveries. How I tackle my personal problems with the business is when I think from the perspective of my customers. I don't really want to be coming to a restaurant filled with people just for safety reasons. So what I do is I set up different pickup points in Hong Kong. I have one in Central, I have one in Sheung Wan, Causeway Bay, Hung Ham, and TST. My most popular would be the one in Central, which is worldwide. And I have to get orders ready for them. So basically, I make things easy for them. Instead of them coming here, pick up their food, I go there and I deliver it to them there. So I make their life easier. And every Sunday, the timing for them to pick up is 11:30 to 12:30. And I have to ready like 80 to 90. We're talking about 80 to 90 sets of chicken with rice. And I have to deliver that on time.
Do you carry?
I have to carry them.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have some help as well, helping me with that. And we go together to worldwide. I made a partnership with one of the shops there. They just come and pick up. They come between 11:30 to 12:30. They all come pick up, and we have a good time. Say thank you very much. See you guys again, and it just makes their life easier and it's safer for them because they don't have to come all the way here. They just come here.
That's fine. What about the industry's approach?
The industry's approach, they're doing the same thing as well. They're starting doing deliveries, and I think now that COVID-19 is getting better here in Hong Kong. Everyone is getting vaccinated. The F&B industry is coming back to life.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward after all those jabs.
Yeah.
Once again, another type of noise from a different source. So after hanging up the phone, yeah, we already killed that as well. So we're back to the next question. The next question is, what advice would you give to the people who would aspire to become like you or pursue the industry that you're in?
I did a couple talks recently for the education department, and I was speaking to the ethnic minorities in Hong Kong. And my advice is to them is to, keep going. You have a plan, you have a dream, go for it. Who cares if you fail? Who cares if you fall? That's the reason why you grow. You need to fall 100 times to stand up one time. That's what I tell them. And you need to make failures so you can have your one success. You need to learn from your mistakes, because how can you really learn if you don't make mistakes, right? So this is why I tell them, if you have a dream, just go for it. Don't care what other people think. Keep the negativity out of your life. There were people who pull you down, say that's not gonna work, that's a joke, A lot of people tried it, Why do you think you're gonna be different? Let that out. Like the Filipino say, listen with the left ear, let it out in the right ear. So that is the advice I'll give them, is to not give up on the dream, do what they believe in, and never give up. Stand up.
Okay, you answered one of the questions already for later. So,
Okay.
Yeah, but okay, so the next one is, what makes you unique in your own approach? Because in your own space, you already are anyway. They don't have what you have in Hong Kong.
I would say the difference of how I do things is the personalized delivery, how I give the food to the people. I don't treat my customers like customers. I treat them like my friends. If you see, when I deliver it to them, I already know their name, and I do lucky draws for them. So what happens is, I create a WhatsApp group with all of my customers, and they like to have conversations in these groups. They update each other, how things are going on. And once a month, I do a lucky draw for them. And that gets them really excited. Whenever I announce the winners, they like to take photos with me. So when they come to collect their prize, they take photos, and I post that to the WhatsApp group, and they get everybody excited. It's a community. So that's what makes me different from the others, is how I make this whole business feel like home.
Okay, that's interesting. So we get back to the people not supporting, right? But this is gonna be towards you.
Okay.
So throughout your process, you said your family was very supportive, right? So I'm not so sure if it was balanced out, but there's also gonna be some people that are going to doubt you or against what you're doing.
For sure.
How was it for you when you were moving forward with this?
Honestly, there's good and bad, like I said in the beginning, especially when you're starting a business. And there were certain people who laughed at me when I said this is the things I'm doing. They're laughing at me like, it's not gonna work, This is Hong Kong, no one's gonna try that. And there were moments where I was ready to just let everything go, to give up. But like I said, and like how I tell all the other students, is to push all the negativity out, and don't listen to them. Just believe in what you're doing, and all the positivity you're getting from your friends and family, surround yourself with them, grow with them, and make things happen.
Okay, that pretty much answers it. And this question is based on someone you look up to. Could be anybody.
The person I look up to is my mom. She had a really, really hard life growing up, especially when she's raised me and my brother. Because, when I was young, we were a broken family. My father left already when I was young. So it was quite tough for my mom. She had to have the responsibility of a mother and a father. And you can already imagine how hard that is. Plus, living in Hong Kong, working in Hong Kong, growing up in Hong Kong. It is tough. And she can't speak Cantonese. But, in the end, she did it. She raised two great children who can think on their own, who's independent, who's kind, who knows how to respect people. She's my idol, because she did everything that not much people can do. And that's admirable.
I didn't know that. I only know it now, so. Okay, getting to know you better. We'll talk about that more in detail privately. Yeah.
With beers.
And then, yeah. And the last question is anything. Yeah, this is where we're getting back at it now from the start when I said I'm more interested in the plans on growing this, right? So is there anything to look forward to a year or the next coming few years?
In the next coming few years, yeah. I don't want to give too much away, but I do have plans. I do have some proposals coming in that they want to invest in future places. We're looking at places already, but yeah, location, not yet. It's not going to be announced till later in the year. But yeah, I do have plans to expand, to have a proper place called 𝘾𝙝𝙤 Inasal, and to welcome, you know, all walks of life from Hong Kong.
With your face, right?
I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a chicken's face.
Okay. Well, I guess pretty much that's it. So far, we only had 2 disturbances and a couple of fails. But so far, this video is still successful. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, 𝘆𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙤, Aamir Khan, kinetic outcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Happy to have you.
You too. You too. All right. And that's a wrap.